Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to my channel, Simply Cinnamon. And if you're new here, welcome into our world of self-love, self-care, and of course all things beauty and life related. So a couple of things on camera today is, one, I want to do an eyeshadow look with the Ace of Beauty Scarlett Dusk eyeshadow palette. Sorry, I am talking so slow, I don't know why. When I got this palette, and it came in one of my Ipsy subscriptions, it kind of sat in my drawer that I keep all of my palettes in for a while, because I was like, that's not really my jam. Like, all these vibrant pinks and oranges. Like, I like a darker orange. So it sat in my drawer for a really long time. And then one day I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to play around with it and see what it looks like on my eyes. And let me tell you, I've worn this look probably 3 times now, and every single time somebody compliments me on the colors. So I guess it goes with me, clearly. You know, I wouldn't have thought it, but it does. So we're just going to jump right into this, and as I am doing this look, we'll talk about the fact that it is giveaway week on my channel, which is awesome. So the first thing that you want to do, always make sure that you prime, especially when you're talking about colors that are this vibrant, and these are very pigmented. I made the mistake of not priming my eye and wearing these shadows, and it literally stained my skin. So I just put on a little bit of Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and then you want to make sure that you set your primer down, because if you don't and you go to put on the eyeshadow, it is a little bit on the tacky side even when it dries down a little bit. So if you don't set it, it's gonna, like, the brush isn't gonna go smoothly across your eye. So I'm just doing my left eye today on camera. I recently went back to work. I guess it's been going on 2.5 weeks now, and I really actually couldn't be happier. My hours are 9 to 2:30. I work Monday through Friday, no nights, no weekends. Gets me out of the house. I'm cooking in this like cutest like little country store ever on the planet. It's like on the street that if you didn't even know that it was there, you'd pass right by it. Is in a house that's built in like 1876. It's called the Ivyland Country Store. And now that I live closer to the store, it only takes me about 5-10 minutes to get to work. Whereas before I lived further from the store, it took me like 25 minutes to get to work. So that's awesome. So the first thing that we want to do is that we're going to go in with a color called Sunset Rose. And this is going to be our base color. And like I said, it's very pigmented. So we are just bringing that windshield wiper motion, okay? And I'm bringing it right in the middle of my crease. For you, it may be a little bit different. I'm not bringing it too high up onto my brow bone, okay? It's going just right into the center. And then I'm a weirdo. I swirl it at the end. I don't know why. I just do. And then I always have another brush to blend it out. So I'm going to go in with just a smidge more. So anyway, I started working, like I said, about 2.5 weeks ago. I had worked at that store before. And it was, I left actually a year ago. I pretty much left and came back within a year. I didn't leave because I didn't like the boss and I didn't like the job. I left because I was utterly and physically exhausted. I had just come off of working a 1.5 years, 7 days a week, 14 hours a day. And my body was just, I was spent, I was done, and I left for personal reasons to get myself mentally and physically healthy again. It just so happens that I had talked to the owner. We stayed on good terms in January. And I said, listen, if anything comes up, you know, I'm available. So a couple of times he had tried to call me, but I didn't recognize the number because I'd gotten a new cell phone. But he didn't leave me a voicemail. So the one time I was up in Connecticut at the end of February, and he called me and he left me a voicemail. I called him back immediately, but the voicemail was like 2 days old. So he's like, I already filled a position. I'm like, I'm sorry. So, okay, next we're going to go into the color Shade. It's this one right here. So, again, dipping in, tapping off the excess. Like I said, very pigmented. I put a little bit right here, and then I back and forth. So, I said to him, well, that sucks. That's a bummer. I was like, all right, it just means I wasn't meant to be and not ready, you know. The universe is saying it's not time to go back yet. So I was like, look, anything else comes up, because in the food business, it is literally like a revolving door. People coming and going, coming and going. Very few times people stay there for a long period of time. It's just the way the food business is. So, yeah, so he called me on March the 30th. It was a Wednesday morning, and left me a voicemail because he called me super early. Now I'm going to switch brushes while I'm talking. I'm going to switch brushes to a smaller tapered brush. This is a large like dome brush. So I'm going to go into something smaller, okay, so that I can really do more like a precision work. Now I'm going to go into this color. It's called Pink. Let me see. It's got dust on it. Pink Moon. It's this one right down here. So he called me, I guess, about like 7 in the morning, and I had my phone on vibrate. So when I got up at like 8:30, I called him, tapping off the excess. Now we're going to concentrate right here on the outer V. We're not bringing it all the way in. I bring it in just to where my iris stops right here, or, you know, stops. So he's like, listen, I have something open if you're available. I said, heck yeah, I'm available. I said, well, and I said, you know, let's talk. And he's like, well, about what? I said, about the shift and like what time and what's my pay rate and all this stuff. He's like, oh yeah. So, you know, he was like, well, that's up to you. He's like, you could do 10 to 2. You could do 10 to 2:30. You could do 9 to 2:30. I said, you know what? I'll do 9 to 2:30. I was like, that's cool. So I was like, well, when do you want me to start? And he's like, last week, yesterday, tomorrow, last year. And I was like, do you need me today? He's like, if you could swing it. And I was like, he's like, I'll give you $1 more an hour if you can be here in an hour. I said, you're on. So, I didn't realize how much I missed it. I worked the hot side. There's like a cold side where they make just like cold deli sandwiches. And it's a full-blown like old country deli. So they have the big white deli case, you know, and everything is like boar's head meat, really top quality stuff. So they have like a cold side where they make the sandwiches and the salads. And then I do all the hot cooking, you know, all the cheesesteaks, because I'm from Philly, all the cheesesteaks, all the, you know, we do hot pastrami's, Reubens, you know, corned beef special, Reubens, hot pastrami, kielbasi. I mean, you name it, we make it. All kinds of burgers, you know. And so that's the side that I work on. And um, apparently he had been running that side pretty much since I left because he couldn't find anybody as quick as me. And knew it's not that I'm tooting my own horn, but I'm tooting my own horn. I've been in this business for a really long time, and there's not a lot of things in life that I am sure about, but cooking is one of them. So, you know, I'm take a look at the place, and I'm like, it's filthy back here. I was like, what have you been doing for a year? And I was like, where's all this stuff? And where's all the... So it took me about a week to get, because I'm a neat freak and I am a perfectionist. Everything has to be a certain way every single day. And I do what's called, I cook, clean as I go when I cook. When I cook, there is never a mess. I'm wiping and putting stuff away as I'm using it. And it was, you know, I'm like cleaning underneath the grill. I'm cleaning the fryer. I'm cleaning the stainless steel backsplash. Like, I have to work in a clean environment. I'm not saying it was horrible, but it wasn't up to my standards. He's like, God love you. God love you. So I have to say that I am very thrilled to be back. Very, very thrilled. So now we're going to go into this color here. This is called Crimson. Again, building on the outside, tapping it in, and then windshield wiper motions back and forth. I think the reason I get a lot of compliments on this is because of the layering of all of the colors that I'm using. And then I'm making sure that with the clean brush, I'm blending through everything, okay? I'm even going to go with some of this. It's called Bahamas. It's this color right here. It's a rosy kind of mauve color, I guess you could say. I'm going to use that to deepen up right here on this outer V and just bring it into the socket just a little bit. So this month's giveaway, really nothing's changed, okay? Still 5 products. It could be a piece of jewelry, it could be makeup, it could be skincare, it could be perfume, it could be lashes, it could be, you know, whatever. But you're going to get 5 products. And you have to be subscribed to my channel and always got to answer a question. So, a couple of weeks ago, it was my birthday. I went to Atlantic City. The next day, I went to a thing called a float spa, okay? Where I floated in a 15 by 15 room filled with 10 inches of water, and it was filled with Epsom salts. You have to answer how many pounds of Epsom salts was in that water. If you don't know the answer to that, you have to go back and you have to watch that video, because I distinctly tell you how many pounds of Epsom salts it was in that 10-foot water in the 15 by 15 room. So the person, and it's not going to be a thing like, oh, if you don't get the exact number, the person that gets it spot on is obviously the winner. But if you're close to it, I will pick you. Okay? That's all you have to do. I do it for a fun, to work your brain. See if you're paying attention. That's all. Okay, so the eyeshadow look is pretty much done. I'm going to jazz it up just a little bit by adding some shimmer onto my lid. But I'm going to do a couple of different shimmers. So I'm just using my finger. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my lashes down and I'm stamping this on. Okay. And then I'm going to take the brush and I'm going to blend it again. I'm going to take a little bit more, and I'm sorry, the color is Aurora. It's this one right here. And I think too, because I'm blending these shimmers in, that makes a difference. And now I'm going to go in with Hibiscus. It's this color here. And that one I'm going to mainly focus right on the center. I'm not going to cover the entire lid. I'm just as wide as my finger is. And then blend that through just a little bit. You don't want to bring it too high up, especially for us older gals. Too much glitter and highlight up in this area will accentuate all of our texture and fine lines. I should say guys and gals. Guys and gals, because I've seen some pretty beautiful men with eyeshadow looks, let me tell you. So now I'm going to take the color Aruba, which is this one here, and I'm going to layer it one more time right here. Okay, just like that. And then blend it out. And I'm going to show you a trick. I like it when it is cleaned up on the edges. So what I have right here is a makeup wipe. If you don't have a makeup wipe, you can use a paper towel that's damp. You can use a washcloth. Take it, fold it, hold it kind of taut, and just go at an angle from your eye, your lower lash line, and go right up. And instantly, it cleans that up. It gives it a sharp line. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to fill in. And also, I'm going to do a wing. Okay, let's see how it goes. Also, it helps you, if you want to do a wing, to have that sharp line as kind of a guide. All right. So, because I have a little bit of a hooded eye, what I do is I kind of cheat it out a little bit. So I'm going right where I made that sharp line with the makeup wipe. I'm following it, okay? And then what I have to do for my wing, I have to start right here and make it like a diamond shape. And then just fill it in. Okay? And then, for me, to go one step further to make it, and this is my own spit, all right? I don't really care. Clearly, it's my own spit. See, don't fret. We can always fix. And if wetting it with that, like that, freaks you out, you can always use a little bit of water, or what I just did is I have some lotion right behind me. Use the smallest amount of lotion. Some people correct with using like concealer and stuff like that. I don't do that. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I am going to just take I'm going to darken up my brows a little bit. fully run it through. All right. And, you know, I like to highlight, but I always use, I don't use a shimmer highlight just because it doesn't do me any justice up under my eye. And this is like a flat shader brush. Okay. And then I'll bring it into my inner corner. This is L'Oreal. It's their single in the color Riche, Mademoiselle. Okay. And then you could most certainly smoke out the lower lash line if you so choose to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Nocturnal and I'm going to take Sangria, which is the two deepest shades in the palette, this one and this one. I'm going to mix them together, tap it off, and we're just going to okay? And that is a completed look. It's all about layering colors. It's all about making sure that you're going in and you are really blending all of those colors together. And that you don't have like a really harsh line. That it all is like, when you look at it, it's layered in the sense that it's like, to me, this looks like a sunset on my eyes. The colors, like when you look at a sunset, it's like the colors just blend so beautifully into each other. And it doesn't look like, okay, here's orange, here's pink, here's red. It's just all like meshed and cohesive together. So I think that that's the difference between just slapping on some eyeshadow and taking the time to really build out the color a lot. So I definitely would not wear this on an everyday basis. It takes a lot of time. This is just one eye. I mean, I was talking, but you know, it takes a lot of time. You know, during the week when I'm a makeup girl when I'm at work. Lately, because I have to wear my mask, I really just focus on here, this area here. You know, I put foundation up here. I put a little bit of foundation here. I do my under eyes, and I'll either just leave a set of lashes on, or I'll make sure, you know, put like a couple of different colors on. But, you know, my main focus is here, because when I'm talking to people or taking orders or whatever, they're looking at my eyes. So, you know, that's just me. That's just me. I'm just going to blend a little bit more. So, all right. So the video, as soon as this video goes up live, which is going to be a few minutes, the contest will start. So it's from today, the 13th, to the 20th, announcement on the 21st. I will close it on the 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have to be a subscriber, and you have to answer the question, how many pounds of Epsom salts was in that water and in the float spa that I went to with my girlfriend, Darian. Again, if you don't know the answer, watch my birthday video, because I tell you exactly how much is in there. Okay? So, mwah! I love you all. Good luck to everybody out there. This is supposed to be fun. I want to give. So I hope you enjoyed this eyeshadow look. Now I'm going to take it off because I just got home. But I definitely wanted to get on camera and show everybody the look that I have been doing that people have been complimenting me on. And by the way, if you do, one more thing before I close off. I'm sorry, I almost forgot. If you have extensions or you have, lashes already put on, you can still certainly do this makeup. If you look close, you see how I have a little bit of eyeshadow on my lashes. So what I do is I take the wet makeup wipe, I go like that. I take off some excess, okay? And then I just go back and forth on my falsies. Make sure, though, that when you do that, it is a waterproof mascara, because at night, when you go to take your makeup off, you want to be able to get some of that residual lash, residual mascara off. So it's okay that it's not waterproof. If you use waterproof, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get off if you have extensions or you wear lashes for a couple of days at a time. So all you need to do is just go through your lashes with a little bit of non-waterproof mascara, and then I take a spoolie and kind of brush through, and now the eyeshadow's gone. You can't even see it. Okay? So I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope that maybe it gave a tip or trick to somebody. I'm sending you light. I'm sending you love. Stay healthy, stay kind, stay blessed. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another. We all need it today. Ugh, it's a mess out there. Let's be the light in somebody's darkness. Good luck. I love you. And I will see you all again very, very soon in my next video, where I will be giving a product review. Finally got it, of Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. And let me tell you, it's the shit. If you got mature skin, that video I will be posting and doing this coming weekend. But, bomb. Okay? Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.